Along the Gulf Coast states and the eastern seaboard, high-velocity wind events, like hurricanes, are a regular occurrence. Strengthening and mitigating homes against high-velocity wind events is creating a whole new line of business for contractors. BPA is seeking qualified and reliable contractors to build our network. 80% of homes in Florida are built before the current building code, which means for contractors, there's a significant opportunity for retrofit mitigation. So the contractors who have been so affected by this downturn in our economy, we're providing an opportunity to mitigate or retrofit structures and to increase your business and your cash flow during these difficult times. Building Performance America is the patent holder and manufacturer of mitigation products designed to help structures withstand the destructive forces of hurricanes. It's specifically in regard to the roofs, keeping the roofs on and keeping the wind and the windborne rain out of the attic space of structures during a hurricane. We manufacture two products that are designed to do this very thing. One of them is the claw and the strap, which is a unique hurricane strap that has been approved by Miami-Dade, the Florida Products, and Texas Department of Insurance. This unique product, which is stronger than anything on the market, it goes in through the soffits, which means that you don't have to take the roof deck up to accomplish the goal of strapping your roof down to the structure. Our second product is our safety vent. These vents are designed to be installed as a retrofit product into the soffits or the eaves of structures, whether they be a residential structure or multifamily or condominium. What they're designed to do is be installed all the way around the perimeter of the home and replace the vinyl or aluminum soffits that are so prevalent here in the United States. So the contractor will come in and take out the existing soffits, the vinyl or aluminum soffits, and replace them with a solid soffit material, inserting the claw and strap to tie the roof to the walls when the soffit is out. So all of that work is done from the exterior. No roof deck is required to come up, and you aren't required to crawl around in the attic space. Then you insert the safety vents in the corners of each structure and then seal the rest of the soffit with a hardy board or half-inch plywood.
So what happens during a high velocity wind event is that you have positive wind pressure being introduced to the building structure on the windward surface and negative pressures on the leeward surface. And on the roof itself, you have positive pressures in addition to suction and negative pressures being introduced, and the roof surface can act like a wing of an airplane. Once this occurs, the roof will start to lift, and once it reaches a certain angle of attack, it will fly off the building just like the wing is used to create lift in an airplane.
I've seen how easy it is for the aluminum soffits to be blown out of the house with not a real big wind, just gale winds, which we have a lot of storms coming off the Gulf, and also how much water can come through the soffits, get into your house, saturate the insulation, which ultimately trickles down onto the drywall ceilings inside and can cause them to collapse from getting wet. I see this as cutting down on the wind getting into the attic, which helps cause a vacuum to help hold the roof down to the walls. And also because most of your soffit is now closed off and you only have the required amount of ventilation.
My name is Sean Collins and I'm the manager here at Architectural Testing. Our primary focus is air water structural impact cyclic testing for the Florida product approval and Miami-Dade NOAs. What we have here is a whole building residential mock-up. The roof is consisted of a standard residential truss system. The pitch is 412, standard residential framing, 2x4 studs at 16 inches on center, sheeted with half-inch plywood on the roof and also the walls. We have set up 12 pressure indicators, 1 at each safety vent and 4 inside the attic space to check for depressurization within the vent in the attic cavity itself. Wind was applied via our Wolf, our wind dynamic wind generator. Wind speeds are calibrated up to 140 miles per hour. We also took instrumentation via a pitot tube to get an instantaneous wind velocity readout. The results prove that the depressurization within the attic space itself is as theorized. There's a positive pressure on the windward side and then also a negative or suction pressure on the leeward side.
The results that we've been able to come up with these last few days, and we pushed the wind speeds up to a category 4, and our products, they've worked flawlessly. They have closed on the windward side as we said that they would, and prevented the high pressure from destroying the house. And then on the leeward side, they've been able to capture, we've been able to record the low or suction pressures, drawing the roof down on the home during a category 4 wind event. Studies after the 04 and 05 hurricanes that destroyed Florida have shown that the fenestrations, the windows, the doors, the garage doors stayed intact, and the soffits had a tendency to blow out well before those other openings.
It is essential that your roof is properly designed or retrofitted to resist the wind pressures created by high velocity winds during a major storm event.
We're all used to tying up our plants and covering them up and then putting plywood on our windows, boarding up our houses for a hurricane. The problem with that is that's not the entire story. The remainder of that story is this product helps keep the water and the wind out of our attics, and it helps tie the truss system down to keep the roof from failing, because we've all seen pictures of houses with shutters on them and the roof is gone. This will help that situation.
We will train you on our installation process and product technology to assure your success. If increasing your bottom line, increasing your customer base, and keeping your crews busy is important to you, contact us at buildingperformanceamerica.com.